Wrestling, like I said, it's a constant grind until you get to this goal. Like, you have to keep going. If you back off a little bit, there's always that other attrition coming at you. There's constant adversity. You don't know when you're going to be able to finally get this guy down to the ground. There is no magic like KO counter-strike to that. It's just really a grinding mentality. It's like you have to just get somebody on their back and then they cannot get up. That's an incredibly difficult thing to do on so many levels. So anybody who has that, they have an advantage in MMA.
Coyote, Rozewski!
I grew up in Attica, New York, very limited funds as far as the sports program. And when I was of age and allowed to compete, the first thing that was available really was wrestling. So I started doing that, and I did that kind of on and off for my whole life. When my partner Jimmy Sari and I, he was the first dude I started this all with. We started training in a milk house of a farm. We're like punching tractor tires, we're throwing hay bales, we're slamming each other on wood floors to make sure that we're sweeping, like, so there's no nails or tetanus and stuff. We need something that we're not gonna die doing. So we find the Kempo dojo and we call the guy and he invites us to a Tuesday night sparring session. This kid, Ryan Arnold, came. My God, he just beat the hell out of both of us. And I remember, like, I tried to kick him and he did this awesome block. It basically broke my toe. And I ended up limping in the snowbank to get home, but I was so pissed and obsessed with what happened. Like, how did he mess my life up this much with like 10 minutes of sparring? I gotta know. So I'm back the next day and we kept going and like we started enjoying the Kempo classes. 2008, we had our first fights. Once we got into it more, maybe like our third amateur fights. MMA gyms that were like 2 hours drive away started, hey, you know, like maybe come train with us. So yeah, that was 12 years ago now. All that to here, yeah. When I started in America, there was a rule before you went professional, let's say in the state of Ohio, you had to have at least 5 amateur fights and you had to win at least 3 of them, and your last amateur fight had to be a win. Amateurs can't kick to the head, amateurs can't elbow anywhere. Professionals kick to the head, knee to the head, can elbow anywhere. So it's just so much more dangerous, so many more ways of getting hurt. But some don't know all the risks. I had 9 amateur fights. I'm not saying like this is the model number or anything by any means, but that is 9 fights I actually paid to do. There needs to be that preparation, is that amateur fighting system to where you can kind of weed out who's ready for it, who's not, who's half in, who's half not. Yeah, I want to see it spread more and I want to see MMA spread here. One of the best things that ever happened for MMA was Zhang Weili winning that title. It brought more of a focus here on MMA and professional level MMA. So people are starting to like wonder how she trains, like what is she doing for it? Let's emulate that. And she's doing all the right steps now. It's nice that she is kind of bringing that into focus and also that girls can fight. Jayo Zhang.
You see Heinzman with a wizard there, using it to get back up to her feet.
So
nice
my wife and I, we have
Rebecca
been fighting here for 5 years. She's also a pro fighter, you know, 1FC veteran, champ in America, she's just total badass. We came here, our first few fights, everything's different, but then we keep seeing the same problems happening in shows, same problems happening in gym. Why are we going through this? We know better, we've been here long enough, so let's be our own bosses. And we started with a small place. We let everybody know very quickly, like, you want to come train, we know what it's like. We were there not too long ago. We're still there, actually, at the time we opened our gym. We were still both active fighters. We just want to give resources to like-minded hearts, like-minded people. Brody, it was actually with him more recently that I realized, like, this is why we're doing it. Because imagine that talent just floating by down the river. He's an MMA fighter with boxing knockout power. He was working with Coach Rod so much, like Rodrigo Barbosa, that dude. It's the fight computer, and he was really helping Brody work hands and feet, and it was really cool because you can see the influence from Coach in the fight. He wants the guidance, and I think he wants like the affirmation that he is doing the right thing, which is what you should want as a student. You know, like he asks the right questions, he's doing the right things. His curiosity and his will to improve and evolve is what's really helping me help him, and we're getting better together with it.